Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. You know how a lot of times we get news on the channel and I always say, I just can't figure out why this particular story was the most popular news story of the day. Like, we'll have some times where like Bitcoin goes up by 18% and there's maybe a couple of articles. But then like you have something happening with Shiba Inu and that ends up like, and it's like someone's like, oh, we're working on another computer now, and everyone kind of goes crazy for it. That's kind of how I feel about this news story. This was one of the most popular things that you will ever see. You think I'm joking. Crypto exchange Coinbase has been fined $3.6 million US dollars or 3.3 million euros by the Dutch central bank for offering crypto services to customers in the country without registration. Dutch law requires crypto providers to register under anti-money laundering and TF norms, okay? They said the base amount of the fine has been increased due to the severity and degree of culpability of non-compliance. This was said by the central bank, adding that it had also taken account of the scale of Coinbase's Dutch customer base and the competitive advantage it had gained by not paying supervisory fees. So I'm going to back it up a little tiny bit here and say, first of all, have you ever seen before, it's been in the US news, but a lot of times it isn't publicized because the people who end up doing it actually own the, They own these, the publications and the news websites themselves. Sometimes there are people, banks usually, they may do something allegedly illicit, what have you. What ends up happening is that if they, over the course of a year and a half, did a certain action, but they ended up making, let's say, $300 million, they do get fined, but sometimes the fine is like 3, 4, 5 million. If you knew that you could make $300 million in a year, and then you would have to pay 5 million of it as a fine, would you still do it? Probably. So this $3.6 million fine is probably, I would say, 1/10, 1/20th of what they probably made anyway. Coinbase, which has until the 2nd of March to object to the administrative fine, told CoinDesk it disagreed with the enforcement order and is carefully considering the objections and appeals process. The order is based on the time it took for Coinbase to obtain our registration in the Netherlands and includes no criticism of our actual services, a Coinbase spokesperson said. Coinbase is committed, they said, to compliance in all jurisdictions in which it operates and will continue to provide safe, trusted services to new and existing Dutch customers. That's the news. I tried to look around to see if maybe I had missed something. You know, like sometimes you'll read something and you go, oh my gosh, that's really weird. And then you look to see if there's something further, if Coinbase had actually done something horrifically terrible, awful to someone or to something, as opposed to just allowing people in another country to type in Coinbase, the website, in their web browser. Nope. This was so incredibly popular, I don't have a joke or any other words to even say after that. Coinbase fined $3.6 million by the Dutch central bank. Dutch central bank allocated a $3.6 million fine to crypto exchange Coinbase. Coinbase fined $3.6 million by Dutch central bank. Here's why. Dutch central bank imposes $3.6 million penalty on Coinbase. What led to Coinbase's $36 million fine? Uncovering the truth. So, I understand that they allegedly did something that they should not have done, but maybe it's because I live in a world that has more logic. I firmly believe everyone should just be able to access any website they want anywhere that they currently are in the world. I find it really weird that, and I don't know the internals of this situation. Did the Dutch central bank know about Coinbase being allowed to be used by Dutch people for more than a year? It says it. Regulators between November 2020 and August 2022. Wouldn't it have made more sense if the Dutch central bank had simply gone to Coinbase November 2nd, 2020 and said, hey guys, we see you guys have entered our country? I always find stuff like this very, very weird. I'm certain Coinbase made Bakuda bucks since they actually did all of this, so the $3.6 million fine is nothing. But as far as it being the most spoken about news, I disagree, because it's not that big of a deal, but people lost their minds over it. Even the idea of uncovering the truth. What? Like, what are you talking about? That's the most popular news story of the day. Coinbase has to pay money because apparently people in, I wanted to say Dutchland, in the Netherlands, were using their website and they shouldn't have been. News. That's the Coinbase news. Yeah. Let's move on. Also in news, prominent Shiba Inu influencers say that there's a crypto project that apparently is going to be building a Shibarium bridge, or Shibarium, I don't care. The point is, Shiba Inu is getting another layered solution called Shibarium, and it's meant to be like the best thing that's ever going to happen to this coin in the next century and a half. However, now there's something being built as a bridge between that and something else. Shib Knight, I don't know, who is that? They don't, okay. Shib Knight claims the team behind the crypto project is building a bridge that will allow users to move assets from Ethereum to Shibarium. Famous crypto influencer Shib Knight, why does that sound so weird, has shared details about a new meme-based crypto project that wants to expand the utility of Shiba Inu's Layer 2 network, Shibarium. In a tweet, Shib Knight, oh, that's why it sounds weird. It sounds like Suge Knight. Oh no, I hope they did not take the name Suge Knight and make it Shib Knight. I feel like that's exactly what they did. If you don't know who Suge Knight is, just don't Google it. You'll have a better day. Shib Knight said that the team behind Inu, a community-focused project, is building a Shibarium bridge to link the upcoming Layer 2 network with Ethereum. Isn't Shiba Inu already on top of Ethereum, or am I missing something? I don't think Shiba Inu is its own chain. I think it is a chain, but I think it's built on top of Ethereum. Am I missing something? Okay. Through the solution, Shib Knight claims that users can port assets directly from the Ethereum blockchain chain to Shibarium with the Layer 2 network. Inu is building a Shibarium bridge which will allow holders to port assets from Ethereum to Shibarium when it launches. This was said in a tweet. And apparently there's some other coin. I'm not saying that word out loud because I'm pretty sure that's a bad word, but sure. Anyway, I assume the person who made that coin, it's another coin, probably doesn't speak English that well and doesn't know what that sounds like in at least American English. So cool. Shiba Inu has basically become the new Cardano. In that there are 9,000 things that are going to be rolling out for this coin. I think over the course of this year, Cardano's on a very good run in that, you know, they have 14,000 things that are supposed to be happening with their coin. So cool. I'm pretty sure Shiba Inu is already on top of Ethereum. I assume this is going to be what do you call it? Like a lockup protocol where you can have wrapped versions of something else on top of another coin to be able to have the value of that run on your chain. I assume this is what it is, or cross-chain asset kind of thing. Cool. Who knows? If we get it, it'll be cool. If we don't get it, people will have forgotten about it anyway. These projects announce so many things are coming, and I think it's rather easy to forget that any of them actually did arrive, because no one can keep track of these 95 things that are supposed to be launching every single couple of months. That's the Shiba Inu. Someone named Shib Knight. I really hope that's not what I think it is. News. And yeah. Let's move on. This was also super popular, but it's like, sure, why not? Hackers apparently broke through the social media account of Robinhood, a prominent US online trading platform, to peddle a fraudulent coin. The fake token is called RBH, and it is on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm going to tell you something really weird in a couple of minutes. On Wednesday, the account released a tweet announcing the debut of the suspicious coin on the Binance Smart Chain with an initial price of 0.005 cents. An analysis of the token reveals that creator and tokenomics information are missing. Why would you launch a fake token on the Binance Smart Chain? I was under the impression, and still am, that the Binance Smart Chain actually isn't hyper decentralized, in that I've heard before that when assets have gone missing or have been stolen or have run through Binance's stuff, that Binance was basically able to freeze the assets. So I assume this could have happened there as well. I don't know why they chose the Binance Smart Chain. I feel like you could have just made something quite easily on Ethereum, but they also took over Robinhood's account, so I guess not that smart. Other social media profiles of Robinhood were also targeted. According to a BSC analysis provided by Internet Inspector Zach XBT, the fraudsters were able to extract around $8,200 worth of Binance. So that means people saw this, they knew that it was fake, and they were like, let me throw my money into it just in case. These people made $8,200, I assume, in a couple of seconds. Here's the tweet for it right here. It says, reminder from Robinhood, we are launching our new token RBH in the Binance Smart Chain. We'll be live at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can be among the first to buy at a starting price of buy here. Oh, this even looks super fake. First of all, it would be on the Binance Smart Chain. There wouldn't be a period and then an ampersand right after it. I just don't see. You know what I find really weird? And here's what I was going to say earlier. Remember years ago, first of all, even last year, we had this issue will always persist in some sort of way. People find the way to like hack into people's Twitter, and they end up like writing something, or like 99.9999999 repeating percent of the time in the crypto space. If something like this ends up happening and someone hacks or takes over or whatever, some profile, they always try to promote some weird, stupid, fake coin. Part of the problem is that once the people from Robinhood or any other platform realize what's happened, they simply just delete the tweet and kind of go on their way. And it also makes it explicitly clear that it's not from them. Is everyone still following me? Okay. Because I always assumed if you had the power, there was someone very powerful in the United States. This was like 3 or 4 years ago, and their Twitter profile was hacked. And I remember when their profile was hacked, I was like, oh, snap, someone's about to do something completely crazy. But I think they also just promoted like a fake Bitcoin scam. I'm going to end the thought here, but like, wouldn't it make a lot more sense if you had simply posted a wallet address on their Robinhood and were like, hey, this is not to give anyone ideas. Let me not even say what I'm going to say. But the point is, like, the things that these hackers always do is always so weird. It's a photo of a cat wearing a spacesuit on PancakeSwap, they wouldn't tell you what the starting price of this new coin would be. The coin would simply be launched onto their platform. Have the people never seen a post from Robinhood or anyone else before? Why not simply announce, hey, we're having... I don't understand. It's always the same kind of stupid things over and over. Like, I don't understand why people who take over these like really popular accounts never know what to do. They make these really weird things, but the sad part is that people usually end up falling for them. I don't know. Following the incident, Changpeng Cao disclosed on Twitter that the account in question had been suspended. What? The tweet was no longer visible on Robinhood's account at the time of writing. Yeah, because they just deleted like 45 seconds later. Why don't people think? According to a Robinhood representative, the hacker also posted on the platform's Instagram and Facebook accounts. They said, we're aware of the unauthorized posts from Robinhood's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook profiles, which were all removed within minutes. I guess this belongs in stupid news. I don't know. It's always so odd. Like, if you had a chance to take over someone's, like, I mean, they have, 45 million followers on their Robinhood. You post something that's not even in proper English, and then you don't even make it sound believable. I don't understand. People bother me so much. This was very popular news. A lot of people tried to make it something bigger than it actually was, but this keeps happening over and over, and it never really goes anywhere because the people don't post anything significant or anything, actually smart. So I hope they're happy with their $8,200 that were probably frozen on the Binance Smart Chain. So look at where that got them. That's the Robinhood. Twitter account was hacked for like 3.5 minutes. Smart. Okay. Let's move on. Also in the news, Cardano-based multi-pool decentralized exchange MinSwap, that is MIN Swap, has announced plans to list JED, Cardano's algorithmic stablecoin that will not leave the news. In a tweet, MinSwap said JED would be listed under the trading pair ADA to JED. I would hope so. In addition to JED, MinSwap also announced that Shen, the protocol backup token, would be available for trading on the decentralized... Oh, you know how I feel about DeFi exchanges. Oh boy. MinSwap did not specify the exact date that JED and Shen would be listed. However, the decentralized exchange noted that the tokens would be listed next week. Okay, then just say next week. That's kind of a specification. Like JED, Shen will also be available in the trading pair of ADA to Shen as well. That is SHEN for those of you who are wondering. And there's a little tweet for it right there. Following the announcement, MinSwap users can swap their ADA tokens for JED and Shen when trading commences officially. Also, apparently Bitrue is listing Shen and JED as well. The announcement came a few hours after major Singaporean cryptocurrency exchange Bitrue announced that it would soon make JED and Shen available for trading. Cool. So the second one is awesome, amazing. Bitrue. I don't use them. I don't think I can use them because I'm not in Singapore. But I assume like 20 people in Singapore want to use Shen and JED. And then the other part is MinSwap is on Cardano, no? So I would have assumed that they would have definitely announced or launched support for JED. Like, imagine Bitcoin having a stable coin and then them not announcing like a trading pair between Bitcoin and the stable coin. That would seem a little odd. So cool. I don't know what a MinSwap is, and I'm never going to use one. But if you're using it out there, you can now, I guess soon, trade your ADA into JED and also your ADA into Shin. Awesome. Whoa, that's crazy. That's going to revolutionize the cryptocurrency space for sure. I'm sure it'll revolutionize something. I mean, it's on Cardano. You gotta support it. Jed has been in the news since like 1982. Like everyone won't stop talking about it. I hope this coin does something. I hope this coin propels Cardano's ecosystem into the stratosphere, because you got all this talk about this coin every single day. So hope it goes somewhere. That's the ADA Jed Shen Min Swap pairing cryptocurrency built on Cardano multi-pool signature decentralized exchange news. Oh boy. And yeah, let's move on. Also in news, global ratings agency Moody, as in Moody, is working on a system to score up to 20 stablecoins based on the quality of their reserve attestations. Whoa, SAT word. According to a report from Bloomberg, citing a person familiar with the plans. The project is in its infancy, however, and won't be issuing official credit ratings, another person told Bloomberg. The resiliency of stablecoins and whether they're backed by a reliable pile of money, is a long-standing issue in the crypto industry. Stablecoins are meant to closely track the value of something else, often the US dollar. So if investors have put, say, $10 billion into a stablecoin, there should, in theory, be $10 billion sitting somewhere to back it up. And then they go on to talk about Tether. It says the world's largest stablecoin, Tether, has been dogged for years. No, but that's just crypto propaganda. So I wholeheartedly believe this is just me. I may be, not the majority here, but I feel like Tether actually has all their backings of what they've said that they've had, simply because I don't think that, especially after the collapse of FTX, I don't think that Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, Gemini, and every other exchange on the planet would be listing Tether if Tether did not have the actual backing. Like, Tether is the largest stablecoin. Part of the problem is, and what people don't realize, once again, all the whole Tether doesn't have the money that they say that they have fiasco started around the same exact time when people were lying about Ripple and XRP. It was made by people who realized that they wanted or could have potentially made their own stable coin before. Tether did it first, so everyone kept on saying, or was told, that Tether didn't have the money to actually back their assets. And then I think they had 3 different, audits. I think the first one was done internally by them, and then there were multiple other companies who also did it. I feel like if Tether didn't have all their Tether money backed in some sort of way, I think we would have heard about it in the last 7 years, as opposed to people just throwing around rumors like it. It even says in 2021, Tether was forced to pay $18 million in penalties after New York State found that it had falsely claimed that its stablecoin was fully backed one-to-one by US dollars. That's also a lie. This was a lawsuit from something from 2017 where I think people in New York, I think Tether was supposed to have registered with the New York State regulators, and that's what the actual fine was from. It's not because they never claimed that it was one-to-one backed by US dollars. They said that they had assets that were actually backing all of the Tether that they had. And we heard that apparently it's in real estate, it was in gold, it was in bonds, it was in government issued things, it was in US dollars, it was in euros, and it was in some other currency. I think it was in the yuan, I think, as well, which also people had another problem with, because people have a problem with everything that they don't understand. So I'm almost, if first of all, if Tether falls, the entire cryptocurrency industry falls. You think FTX was a problem? Tether is basically holding up nearly the entirety of the cryptocurrency space based off of what they do. Research it. Tether's huge. Tether's a lot bigger than you ever could possibly believe. But part of the problem is that Tether was created by people who weren't bankers, who weren't the people who run the world. They were very rich. Yes, they were. However, a lot of other people didn't even think of the idea of making a digital dollar version because they had all been shut down before. Every other type of dollar, digital version of a dollar that was not issued by the United States, was destroyed. The first iterations of this were during the 90s. The second iterations were during the early 2000s. I think around 2007, 2008, there was another one that got launched. PayPal was also, for those of you who don't know, PayPal was also meant to be, an earlier iteration of what we now know as like cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. However, regulators slammed down hard on it. PayPal was like, okay, cool, we'll jump in line. PayPal became quite big. PayPal was bought up, merged with PayPal with eBay, and is currently what we know it is now. So anyway, getting back to the point. Awesome. Moody is a gigantic rating system for people in the financial world. Stablecoins are growing more and more in popularity every single day. Everyone's trying to make their own stablecoin and have their own stablecoin because it's basically a way, I don't know, people just want to say that they made their own currency in some sort of ways. It's just kind of the way that the world ends up working. But there aren't really even 20 valid or important stablecoins. We maybe have like 7. Unless they're also going to be scoring other stablecoins from other currencies as well. But it's mainly Binance's US dollar, Tether, and Circle. I think these are the largest ones and like the most traded ones. There are some stablecoins that have like a $30,000 per day trading volume. Like it's nothing. No one's really using a lot of the other coins. I guess this is also probably being done because we heard that a lot of different governments are supposed to be launching their own stable coins, like not central bank digital currencies. They're going to be launching actual stable coins as a way to digitize their currencies or whatever the case might be, or to send money back and forth quickly and easily between themselves. So cool. Awesome. It's just Moody. It's kind of the same exact way like some other times when we've gotten news that there's a company who's making like a cryptocurrency price index. And people lose it. People are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's like, it's a price index. Like you can go to CoinMarketCap and get the exact same thing. It's just that this one is from like a more reputable legacy system, economic, whatever. So that's why it ends up being popular. That's the Moody news. Yeah, I feel like unless I'm missing something and Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, and Gemini are missing something, I feel like Tether is probably real. We would have heard about delistings of that coin years ago. All right. Let's move on. Also in, what? No way. That's crazy. Why would they be doing that? In the following quarters, the cryptocurrency futures and adoption platform Deribit, which is now headquartered in Panama, plans to move its headquarters to Dubai. Dubai is more accommodating to the cryptocurrency industry. Understatement. According to a report published by Bloomberg, Deribit plans to apply for a full market product license to Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority as soon as the authority updates the regulatory procedures it intends to implement. That sounds puzzling. According to David Domen? Anyway, Chief Legal Compliance and Regulatory Officer at Deribit, the firm is only a few quarters away from having its goods governed. What? That's a weird sentence. From having its goods governed by a crypto-friendly nation. He made this observation in light of the previous point, which was? Okay. In addition, the failure of FTX, oh, shut up. Don't stop using FTX and Alameda as a shield. Has increased the urgency with which cryptocurrency exchanges must get registration to keep their worldwide clientele. In addition, the volume of cryptocurrency trading subsequently decreased after... Okay, shut up. They're just using FTX as a really weird shield now. So, apparently something called Deribit, a derivatives exchange, is moving to Dubai. I'm not surprised. Dubai has a 0% tax rate. I think a 0% income tax rate. I don't know what the other tax rates are for other things. It's the land of millionaires and billionaires, and I assume one day soon to be trillionaires. So it makes a lot of sense because a lot of different companies have also been signing up in general with the UAE because people there are rich. So I assume the companies are like, hey, I want to be richer too. So they end up moving to this area. And also just 0% taxes just sounds really nice. Like there's nothing, no part of that sentence sounds wrong in any sort of way. That's the crypto derivatives exchange Deribit. I assume none of you have ever used it because it's never in the news. I'm sure there's one person. Hello to you. You one specific person that actually has been using Deribit. I tip my digital hat in your direction. News. Yeah. Awesome. Wonderful. Fantastic. Let's move on. Yeah. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Did I tell you about that? There's multiple of them. There was one documentary where they were showing people living in Dubai, and I mean just like wealthy, like not even rich, like it just is like unforeseen level of wealth. And they were talking to this one guy. I think he moved from the UK or something like that. And the camera people were asking him like why he moved. He's like, money. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. And basically, I think after a year of working there, because he was working for a UK company that was based in Dubai, but because he had to pay no taxes, I forgot what it was. I think he bought like several apartments at the end of the year. He's like, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had to pay taxes. And I was like, it makes so much sense why that place is so rich, because, you know, if you don't got to pay taxes at the end of the year, you would just simply use it to buy property or buy, you know, other investments. So logic, I suppose. I do hope you've all enjoyed. Do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.